If you ever feel somebody who is really feeling powerless, realize that the scope of their world tends to be things they don't control. We were talking a little bit about that before. It used to be if you lived in a community, your focus was local. And there was a reason, because the paper still had to fill the paper and they didn't have national feeds. So what they would do is they would fill it with pictures of Martha who fell in the ditch. You know, when there's a picture of the car. They'd see the church social bringing casseroles to the people. And we were a powerful people. Because what you saw and read about were things you did something about. Now almost everything that you see is world, is global. It's things we awfulize about because we can do very, very little about. So what happens is you end up observing things you can do nothing about. And you are trained in powerlessness. I invest in, and I know that once things start to get better, what happens is we begin to take a little more credit. We overestimate how long it's going to take us to be able to find and to move things. And we as a coach sometimes have perspectives that you can bring to somebody that allows them to capitalize on the fact that you project yourself a little further. Think back to a time you went through an experience and what it was like when you did. Because those stories are the strength that allows us to continue to have the fortitude. We have found some children that have gone through very, very difficult childhoods, ended up being very resilient and very powerful later on because of that. So the goal becomes, instead of seeing us as victims, we spend a lot more time focusing on the fact that you are a survivor as opposed to a victim. And when you're a survivor, what allows you to survive that much quicker is how you apply yourself, your attitudes, the actions that you do that makes you more likely you're going to be effective. So much of our role, I think, as a therapist or as a coach is being that encourager that allows people to bring structure to a life that allows them to gain confidence that they can make a move, sometimes laterally, sometimes different ways. But it's you believe in them sometimes before they believe in themselves. And I think so many times people are trapped in a story and they're a character they don't even like. And you're letting them know, hey, life is less like a novel and more like a soap opera. And you're in a new season. And we're going to make this one of the more positive soap operas that you could possibly have. And I'm going to be one of your directors, but you're going to be the producer. And you're going to be changing your story. And if you could, what would be the storyline? What's the end of it? What's the dream? You start creating the realization people can move towards something they really want to accomplish, and let people start telling them stories. Which do I choose? I choose to ask stories about their competence.